back. We are days away from a potential strike by 45,000 dock workers at more than 24 ports along the east and Gulf coasts. Negotiations remain at a standstill with half of the nation's cargo in limbo. Trucking companies are scrambling to move products off ships before things potentially grind to a halt on Tuesday. And now major shipping companies say they will be slapping a port disruption surcharge on all cargo coming to or from these terminals if a strike does go through. Joining me now is American Trucking Association's president and CEO, Chris Spear. Chris, great to have you. Thanks very much for being here. What's your reaction to this, and where do you think this is going?
Well, Maria, thanks for having me. I think the impact, if this strike occurs next Tuesday, is going to be significant, not just on the economy, but, Americans, everybody that's in need of goods each day are going to feel the impact that this is going to have. We're talking 36 ports in the East and Gulf Coast that are represented here. 5 of the top 10 in the country are going to shut down on Tuesday. We're moving 12,000 trucks daily at Port of New York, New Jersey. This is very significant, especially on farmers. We're talking nearly half of the goods exported out of our ports come from these East Coast ports. We're talking produce, poultry, cotton. This is very significant on our farmers. That produce is going to be felt first in week 1 if this were to occur. People are going to have limited choice, and they're going to pay a lot more for it. So I appreciate you paying attention to this because it's coming.
Well, this is a great point that you're making. So produce gets hit first. And I was thinking that the real impact would be inflationary because obviously the supply-demand dynamics leads to higher prices for things. We're just trying to get inflation down, and perhaps we see another spike as a result of this.
Absolutely, and trucks are the glue in all of this. Whether you move it on truck or rail, trucks are still going to move that last mile. And we're talking, large companies, but also the medium and small companies, independent contractors, owner-operators. They're going to get hung out to dry if these ports shut. So beyond the 85,000 ILA workers, we're talking thousands of other workers that support the supply chain. It's going to take a long time after a week to 2 weeks of shutdown for the economy to recover. So inflation is definitely an outcome from this.
Yeah, so if the truckers take on more load, doesn't that mean we see an impact to gasoline prices? I mean, oil prices have come off of the highs in the last couple of months. Does that reverse?
Absolutely. I think you're going to see repercussions that are going to last. So every week is about a month, 2-3 weeks, push out into a quarter to 2 quarters. You could see this spilling well into 2025, having real repercussions. If the longer it plays out, the more impact you're going to have. So 36 ports, East Coast, Gulf Coast. This is very significant to the American economy. You can't reroute all this through the West Coast. So shutting down for terms and conditions that are completely out of reach, 70% pay increase, that's what the ILA is asking for. I think you and I would love a 70% pay increase, but that's not reality. So they need to come to the table. They need to get reasonable, and they need to get a deal.
Well, the last time the Biden-Harris administration got involved in the strike negotiations, the workers got what they wanted. So I wonder where this goes. I mean, obviously the timing was on purpose, intentional timing right before the election. I'm wondering if, in fact, you do see Biden or Harris intervene here and perhaps give the workers what they want. How does this play out?
Well, if they're consistent, they're not going to come to the table. They haven't yet, and we're 5 days out. So this is really significant in terms of leadership. We've got a president, vice president, and an acting secretary of labor that have walked a picket line for the UAW. They are already in the pocket of big union bosses, and they've stated that. So if you're USMX representing the 36 ports, you have no incentive to come to the table if it's led by this administration, because they've already shown their cards. They're already in the pocket of labor. So there's no way that you can mediate with credibility. That's not leadership. We need it. We need it now.
That's a great point. Chris, real quick before you go, what is your assessment of the economic situation today, and how does that worsen should a strike happen?
Well, I think week over week is how you measure this. I was involved in the Taft-Hartley in 2002 when the West Coast port shut down for nearly 2 weeks, and we measured in advance the impact that shutdown was going to have week over week. So when I say a week equals a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks equal a quarter, you could see this spill well into 2025. The ramifications, not just to the supply chain, including trucking, but the entire economy. Choice will be limited and prices are going to be higher. So that's not good news going into an election, going into the holidays. This administration needs to get to the table and broker a deal right now.
Wow. All right, Chris, great information from you, and we so appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.
All right, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to get all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rikakudash. Double honors to my apostles, great millstone, and rule well. Peace, salutations to the hopeful elect. Let's push in the word in truth, sincerity. All right. This is a quick lesson, man, about Americans will feel significant impact on possible port strike. American Trucking Association, man. All right. So basically, a famine is approaching. All right, in America, aka Babylon. So this is part of Babylon falling, man. Okay. Only thing is, when the empire falls, the first thing the Lord is going to attack is the economy, the financial system, then the food, all right, then the chaos. Okay. So all these things playing in one bunch, man. Okay. And it's all through prophecy. All right. It's all through prophecy, man, But basically, America is done. This place is through, man. All right. It's through. So basically, really, we are entering to the famine. Okay. The famine is approaching. Is and this the time to get right, and this the time to repent. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, y'all really into gluttoning. Y'all love to eat and shit. And we love to eat too, but Jake, and the rest of these other nations, they like gluttony. Eat a lot, feed their face. For those that like to feed their face so much, this was coming, man. This was coming to Babylon. All right, and this place is done. I'm gonna kick it off with Jeremiah 51, and I'm gonna start at 8. This is a little quick hit. This Jeremiah 51 and 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Now, if you go into that word balm, right, that Hebrew word balm is tazarayah, means medicine. Okay, so it don't matter what Medicaid for this place. Ain't no healing this place, man. Which finna read this next. All right, balm is a healing agent. Supposed to cover the sores. Heal the sores, heal the scabs. Because America got a lot of scabs and wounds on this place, man. This place ain't gonna never be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, all right? Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lift up even to the skies. Because the Lord finna judge this place, man. The Lord is finna judge this place. and this place finna get judged by Yahweh Shema Shai. And this place will never be healed, man. And you're saying God bless America and all this. This place is cursed, man. Okay. And that'll be nice if famine came before the elections, man. Now it's a strike. A famine strike, a truck strike. People getting laid off from their jobs. And ain't no food coming through the ports. Trucks. So that means they're gonna raise up the prices, and it's gonna get real bad out here, man. All right. That's why I say in Jeremiah 51:8, Babylon is suddenly falling and destroy. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Because ain't no healing of this place, man. Ain't no covering the sores, the scabs and all this stuff for this place, America, man. All right. That's why the Lord said he's gonna break the staff of bread. This place will never get healed, man. Okay. This is Ezekiel 5:15. Ezekiel 5:15, it says, so it shall be a reproach and a taunt and destruction and astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgment in thee in anger and fury and furious rebukes. I, the Lord Yahweh, have spoken it. So the Lord finna bring all kind of judgment, all kind of hell in this place, man. Like we've never seen before. All right. It said verse 16, it says, when I shall send them the evil arrows of famine. Okay, evil arrows of famine. So what's gonna happen is when the trucks stop running, when prices are soaring high and stuff, and the truckers lose their jobs, the ports start coming in. That's when you're gonna see empty shelves in your local grocery stores, man. And people gonna be fighting over different goods and different food, man. All right. It's gonna be chaos because famine caused chaos, man, because when your neighbor got more food than the neighbor gonna break in the house and trying to steal and kill for your food, man. That's coming to America, man. It's already happened in different countries, but it's sure enough it's gonna come here. All right. I'm gonna read 16 again. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for the destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So your staff of bread, your support of food is going to be broken, man. It ain't going to be no WIC. It ain't going to be no, it's not going to be no food programs. It ain't going to be none of that. It's finna get wild out here, man. He's gonna break your staff of bread with your support of bread, your support, of different goods, commerce and stuff like that. He's gonna break all that, man. He did that in Egypt. All right. It was a famine in Egypt at one point, man. He's gonna do it again. Okay. And it's gonna be worse in America though. And read this again. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So I will send upon you famine and evil beast, and they shall bereave thee. And pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, have spoken it. The Lord is finna actually jack this place up, man. And you got these evil beasts, man. They're gonna be roaming around looking for food as well. All right. Because when famine hit, guess what? The beasts of the earth gonna be looking for food, and you're gonna become food. All right. The Lord finna. He finna send all scourges for amendment, man. Which I'm finna get that next, man. He finna punish this place, man. All right, because look at all the animals that's coming into the cities now. That's looking for food and looking for goods and stuff like that. Look at the people that's having picnics and stuff, and all of a sudden you see a bear creeping up behind you, man, or a wolf or a coyote or whatever. So it's finna get real bad out here, man. It's finna get real bad out here when this famine hits. Heavy, it's finna hit heavy. All right. So evil arrows of famine. So the Lord is going to shoot famines at this place, man. All right. I'm going to go to Second Ezra real quick. Second Ezra 16 and 19. This Second Ezra 16 and 19, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Okay. Now, if you look at the word scourges, go to the Google. All right. The scourge means a whip used as an instrument of punishment. All right. So the main thing the Lord is going to use is starvation. All right. The Lord, man, the Lord going to make you fast for real in that day, man. Okay. A person or a thing that caused great trouble or suffering. All right. Affliction. Because without food, guess what? You're going to suffer. Because America, Babylon, they very gluttonous. They got a gluttonous spirit, a gluttonous demon on them. And they love to eat. You got these restaurants, you got these different events. Because a lot of people going to be starving in that day, man. Okay. Scourges mean instrument of punishment. And that instrument is famine. And he's going to use that against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans if you don't get right. If you get right. If you don't get right, Salaki. If you don't get right with the Lord, with Yahweh Shema B'Shai, you're going to starve to death. All right. And, the Lord sent his prophets to warn, man. And he put the spirit on the men of the Lord to warn our people what's going to come. It says, behold, famine. And Jake don't take shit serious, man. Don't take nothing serious at all, man. They going by their day-to-day. They day-to-day life, because majority of our people is not in tune with what's happening out here. And sooner or later, it's going to sneak up on their ass, man. It's before it's too late. Got to get right with the Lord in these times, man. It's evil times, man. It say, behold, famine and plague, tribulations and anguish are sent for scourges of amendment. All right. Amendment. Let's check that word out. Amendment. A form and change to law, contract, construction, or legal document. Basically, amendment means correction. Let me see if it say correction. Amendment. So I read it before my lesson. It says correction. Could have sworn I seen it, but scourges for amendment. Let's look at it again real quick because I know I seen it. Amendment. Scourges for amendment. Salakia. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulations and anguish are sent for scourges for amendment. All right. Because I looked up this word amendment, and I believe it's correction. I believe it says but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges. And that's Jake, man. There is not mindful of the punishment that the Lord is finna dish out, man. That's not mindful. It's finna be a famine real soon, man. Okay. All right. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Now, for those who don't know what victuals is basically, different kinds of food. All right, let's look it up real quick. Victuals, right? It says food or provisions. Food, drink, cooking, cuisines. All right, substance, nutrients, nourishment. Nutrition, bread, daily bread. Because we gotta pray to Yahweh Shema Shai for our daily bread anyway, and that's a blessing, man. All right, foodstuffs, refreshments. All right, edibles, food supplies. Okay, everything you see on here. All right, it's gonna be good and cheap. All right, store staples, grub. You know what I'm saying? All these different foods, man. All right. Look at all the cookies, the cakes, the the donuts, the French fries, the hamburgers. Hot dogs, Polishes, all these different foods. And look at this. All this glutton. That's America, man. They love to eat. Okay? America love to eat, man. And that's not going to happen no more, man. It's going to be survival of the fittest real soon. Okay? And also, these storehouses are going to be empty. If this continue on, the storehouse is going to be empty. All right? Behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Y'all think y'all going y'all think y'all gonna have a gay old time, man. Everything good, everything straight. Nah. It say, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Because people ain't gonna know what the hell's going on. All right. All right. It say, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. Okay. So you're gonna die of famine. You're gonna die of hunger. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So it's gonna be a whole lot of killing going on. Then martial law gonna play a part of it as well. People gonna be breaking in people's houses, stealing, robbing, pillaging. It's finna go down here in America, man. It's finna get crazy. Then you got the migrants over here as well. So you got all these heathens over here, and it's finna get real ugly out here, man. Okay. It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung. That means, shit. Okay. And there shall be no man to comfort them, nor the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Every city you dwell in, it's going to get real bad, whatever city you live in. Because understand this, people love to feed their face, man. Like I said before my lesson, people like to eat, like to be gluttonous. There's a lot of gluttony. And, I don't feel sorry for fat motherfuckers either, because they're going to get it the worst. 230 pounds all flab, 350 pounds, especially the women, man. The nigga woman, Shirley, she gonna feel it too. It's gonna get bad, man. It's gonna get real bad. And imagine when famine hits all across the United States, because people is gonna get pissed off. It ain't no food coming in, and it's gonna lead to a lot of bloodshed if it ain't no food. It's finna get real bad, man. Through prophecy, all right? And it's coming. You gonna come in. You gonna come in. You gonna go to the store. You ain't gonna. You gonna run into this. You gonna run into this, man. Second Ezra's 6:22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Because everything, you had everything that your heart desired, man. You know what I'm saying? You had taco night, you know what I'm saying? Big events, parties and stuff, pizza. Everything was sown. Everything was like stocked up, man. All right? Everything, everything you think of, everything, man. Like beer, wine, liquor, everything is going to be, everything is all in the stock. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Sooner or later, when you walk in that store, you're going to be like, damn, you're going to see a lot of people looting and stealing this shit, man. All right. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right. Okay. So a lot of victuals, you ain't going to find no victuals in these storehouses anymore. All right. Unless you're a servant of Yahweh Shema Shai, you ain't got to worry about anything, nothing, because the Lord is going to feed his servants. He's going to feed his servants, man. All right. He's going to feed his servants, man. This is the scripture I'm going to close out. Last scripture. This is Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So who the Lord servants? The elect. Okay, the elect gonna eat. You 2/3, y'all gonna starve, man, because y'all is not coming back to y'all your nationality. Y'all not repenting to Yahweh Shema Shai, man. And Jesus is not gonna save you, man, when famine hit, man. All right. Allah, Buddha, any religion y'all under 5%er, Pan-Africanism, all that bullshit is not gonna save you when famine hit on a wide scale, though. All right. And this is prophecy. Prophecy, man. Okay. It's gonna be evils. Evil's gonna multiply on this earth, man. All right. Matter of fact, it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Okay. Perilous times. All right. Now, perilous. We are in perilous times, man.
Strong's G 5467. Chalepas.
Now imagine, think in your mind that ain't no fucking food. People running around breaking in people's houses and murdering people for food. It's gonna be hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. Now, you smell aroma coming out somebody's house, and they cooking some good stuff, man. What you think is gonna happen when famine hits? Okay, these are perilous times that we are approaching. All right, Babylon's done. America's done, man. It's through, and you see it. All right, this place is done, man. Can't revive this place. No, you can't heal this place at all. It's finna be famine. You niggas partying and doing this extra shit, doing TikTok dances and all this, man. But Jake don't consider nothing, man, because once you see that these storehouses empty, what you gonna do? That's why that's why people like, oh, you gotta prepare now and all this. It's good to prepare, but you gotta have faith too, man, that Yahweh Shai, supply food to his elect. All right. Isaiah 65:13, I just read, man. The Lord's servant is gonna eat, and that's faith, man. You're gonna eat. Now, if you're a servant of the Lord, you're gonna eat. That's it. If you're a servant of Yahweh Shema Shai, you are gonna eat. All right. So that plays part right there. Faith. Majority of our people don't have faith, man. They're busy and gluttonous. They got that gluttonous demon on them, man. All right, so with that, man, I want to be long-winded with it because long-winded with it. So hope this was edifying. Then next time, shalom.